Defining moment for President Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria will officially become the fifth country to launch a central bank-backed digital currency. The country's central bank announced last week that President Buhari will launch eNaira today. To help us find out the pros and cons of this, we're joined by Alistair Fairweather. He's the founder of Plainspeak. Alistair, thank you so much for your time. First of all, is there a difference between a central bank-backed digital currency and a cryptocurrency?
There are some differences. They share certain things. So both of them use a distributed ledger. Both of them. So what a centrally backed digital currency is a fully digital currency. It's peer-to-peer, just like a dollar note or a 20 rand note or a 100 rand note. You can give it to somebody without going via another. It's not like a bank account, right? You have in digital form the equivalent of a 100 rand note, and you give it to someone else by transferring it to them directly. It doesn't go via a bank, so it shares that property with true cryptocurrencies. Where it doesn't share the properties of a true cryptocurrency is that it's backed by a central bank, and it's tied to a currency, a physical currency. So what they would call a fiat currency. So an example of that would be the Naira or the dollar or the pound. The Nigerians are far from the only country in the world doing this. All of the major currencies in the world are considering this. The UK, not the US that I know of, but several European, the EU, several European countries are pushing for this. And that would mean that people would have, instead of physical money, they would have digital money, very literally digital money. So that say your money was stored on your phone, if your phone was stolen, that money would be gone as well, unlike a bank account.
Why would Nigeria's government make this move to a digital currency? And is it a first for Africa?
It is, as far as I know, a first for Africa. The stated reason they're making this move is because Nigerians use true cryptocurrency a lot, more than any other African country, as far as I know. And they use it very unusually for transactional purposes. Now, as I'm sure you know, most cryptocurrencies are held like gold. There's not a lot of transactional stuff going on. Very large transactions happen. A lot of what people think is actually money laundering because it's untraceable. I think the Nigerian government are solving the wrong problem here. The reason that Nigerians are using cryptocurrencies is they don't trust the Naira. The reason they don't trust the Naira is because the government is badly run, and the central bank is badly run, and they're allowing the Naira to diminish in value and to be misused. They're printing money. Turning cash into digital cash does not solve that trust issue. So as much as I welcome the pioneering spirit of the Nigerian government, and I would love to be proved wrong, I don't think it will solve the issue they think it will solve. It's a trust issue for them and not a transactional issue.
The Nigerian government has really clamped down on cryptocurrencies. They've stopped their banks from making transactions with cryptocurrencies. What's your take on that? It's not the only government that's done that.
Yes, part of the reason that governments around the world are introducing this is because these centrally backed digital currencies is because they dislike the abilities of cryptocurrencies to circumvent their systems. Now, Nigerian banks may be doing this, may have, and some other countries may have shut down their own bank's ability to do these transactions. But that doesn't mean that banks in other jurisdictions can't do these transactions. And many Nigerians are sophisticated enough to have, say, banks in the Cayman Islands or even US banks and do the transactions there. Centrally backed digital currencies, for many people, they give them that peer-to-peer money transfer, the feeling of cash, even though it's digital, and a lot of the things that are sort of hallmarks of cryptocurrency that people like about cryptocurrency, but without the crazy ups and downs because it's pegged to a currency. In this case, the Naira. So the Naira itself has ups and downs, but say the UK launches a centrally backed currency, as they probably will in the next 5 years, then you really are dealing in pounds. They just happen to be digital pounds. And what the central banks are betting is that a lot of people will choose that kind of cryptocurrency, essentially, or that kind of cryptocurrency-like instrument, rather than this Wild West affair with, say, Bitcoin, where you're a millionaire one day and the next, you're worth 10% of that. So that's, I think, why they're doing it. They sort of see the fact that cryptocurrencies are undermining their ability to manage the money supply, and so they're stepping in with what they think will be a way to control it.
All right, Alistair Fairweather, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it, speaking about the launch of a digital currency in Nigeria.